Hello the internet, my name's Laura, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I am not in my normal set. If you've been watching some of the previous videos, you'll see that I was in Richmond and I was doing a whole nursery tour. I'm actually on a little bit of a vacation, and we always get plants when we're on vacation. Yeah, so I'm really excited about the plants I got, and I wanted to go ahead and do a plant haul before I got home. Just because I'm really excited and I really wanted to do it. And so I've got all my plants here, and I'm going to show them to you. I guess I probably should kind of do them in possibly order. So we'll start with this guy. This is a Calathea Zebrina. I got this at the first place that I went to. And I've been kind of looking at this Calathea, and then once I saw it and actually feel how the leaves aren't necessarily, they're not like soft, they're not like velvety, like furry, but they are like softer than, they feel like smooth, they feel nice, like not like normal leaves. I don't know. They feel nice. Anyway, I got this one from the Boulevard Flower Gardens for $24.99. I think this was the most expensive plant I got today. Or yesterday. I got yesterday, technically. It's the next day. But it's a good sized plant, really healthy, and I am looking forward to growing this guy. And there is... I just put dirt everywhere. That's okay. I got a great shot. Even though there's dirt everywhere. I'll just have to vacuum that up later. Okay. I know. Hi, my cat is here now. We bring our cats with us on vacation because this is a condo, and so since we own it, we're allowed to have cats. I know. Don't knock over my camera. Okay, second place. Where did we go to second place? Okay, second place we went to was the Cross Creek Nursery. I got two things there. I picked up this African Violet. Because I knew that African Violets were like Primulinas, and I've been liking my Primulinas, I wanted to get an African Violet, but I wanted to get one that was variegated. So as you can see, the leaves on this one have pretty substantial variegation, where I don't think it's gonna like revert or anything like that. And I'm also really happy with the color of that. I mean, that's just a really pretty pink. And I'm not sure it's showing up on the camera, but it actually has little purple speckles. You might be able to see them. Little purple speckles among the pink. I think they're just really cool looking. So I got my variegated African Violet with the really cool flowers, and we're going to see if it's as easy to take care of as a Primulina. My Primulinas are doing well, so if they have similar care, then I should be pretty good to take care of this. I also got in this bag, I got a little, this is my first Venus flytrap that I've gotten. And it's pretty red, so that's why I ended up getting it. And it's possible that it will go dormant soon because, we're going into winter, but I didn't want to pass it up because it was a way to get one without having to order it from online. And it has that red coloring that I really wanted, so. Don't need anything. My cat is down here sniffing at all my plants. Usually he's pretty good about not eating my plants, so I'm not super worried, but if you hear me hiss at him, it's because he started chewing on something he shouldn't be chewing on. Oh, actually, maybe I should have done this one first. And I'm not going to take this one out of the bag, and which might mean that you're not really able to see it. I got this from my friend who was in the videos with me, Kenyon. She bought a this color recently, and she rooted me up a cutting. It's got the one leaf there. It's got some new growth You can see it better from the other side. I can't see. It's a little hard, but like I said, I don't want to take it out of the bag because I don't want to lose the humidity that's in there. But I got that. I was unable to buy the one that was like so expensive, but I at least have a little cutting of it that I can work with. And she also bought this for me like a week ago. It was a Primulina that she saw, and she was like, "Oh, do you have this one?" I was like, "No, it's a Summer Song." Yeah, Summer Song. And she was like, "Let me buy it for you because they might not have it by the time you got here." So she went ahead and bought this for me, which was really, really nice of her. And I was able to get the Summer Song. I had been looking at it online, but this means I don't have to pay for shipping or any of that kind of stuff. And it was basically the same price that they are online. So I'm happy. I'm like collecting these plants where like not a lot of people know about them yet, and so they're not super expensive. Hi, are you relaxing? Yeah. Kitty. I know. I'm filming though. I'll play with you later. Okay. So that was Cross Creek, and then the ones that Kenyon had gotten to me, which I gotten for me. And okay, and then we went to the Great Big Greenhouse. And there goes the cat. Cat, please do not get in the way of my filming. Argon, come on. Scooch. Get off of there. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Good boy. And so a couple of weeks ago, I found a plant on Etsy, a begonia on Etsy that I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I have to get it, even though I had bought a whole bunch of plants already. And so I was and it was a little expensive, and I was like, I just have to get it. And I got it in, and I unboxed it, and it was a little bit limp. It turns out that was cold damage. The whole plant ended up dying off. And I actually sent that video to the shop because they were like, do you have any pictures? I was like, I don't, but I have video. Anyway, they were like, yeah, no, that looks like cold damage. So they gave me a refund for it, which I was happy for because the plant is basically dead, but I had really wanted that begonia because it was a really pretty begonia. Anyway, I was at the Great Big Greenhouse, and I found it's the exact same begonia. Only twice as big for half the price. But these leaves, it's a rhizomatous, and it's got the really wide stems on there. But it's just got all these gorgeous speckles. It's got the red around the outside with the green and the big splotches and the little speckles of silver. And some of them even have, like, it's even darker. Like, there's even more pink on there. Like that. And I was just so happy to find this because it's the plant that I got and that ended up dying, and now I have a really, really big one. So that was a super lucky find. And then I also, at the same place, found this one that Kenyon said it looked like a watermelon, which I think is really cute. I also think it looks like a little heart, like the red is in kind of a heart on there. And I had to pick this one up too, just because I find that red just stunning. That's beautiful on there. And so I got these two begonias, and they were each $11.99. So yes, $12. $11.99 each, which is pretty nice for a big plant like that. So okay, and then after that we went to Strange's, where as of right now I tried looking over the footage that I have, and right now the file that has my Strange's footage on it is corrupt. I think because my phone actually ran out of battery while I was filming, and so it just like abruptly stopped filming, and so that was just bad. I'm gonna see if I can get it like saved the first part of the video, and make a video out of it, but I won't know until I get home and I have my computer that actually has the program, all my programs on it that I can actually mess with video. So it might be that the only bit you get is the little ending bit that I filmed, or actually there's a beginning bit of us walking in, and I had to stop the camera a couple of times because we were like waiting for my mom and stuff, and then a little ending bit where after my phone had died, I taped the last bit on my husband's phone, and that didn't run out of battery. So I have some of it, but I don't have all the middle bits, so all you're going to get is the plant haul of all the plants that I picked up during that time. And if I'm wrong about that, then you will have already seen the strangest video, but we'll see. Okay, so order. Okay, I actually got Alright, so the first ones that I'm going to show you are these adorable Haworthias. I saw these and just had to pick them up because I just love my window pane Haworthias. I don't know what the names of them are. They are just literally called itty bitty rare Haworthia for $5. But both of these are just really, really pretty Haworthias, so I had to pick those guys up. I then ran into a huge selection of Calathea Triostars, and so I picked up one of those, because I've been wanting one, but I wanted to get a smaller one. They tend to be rather pricey, because this little guy here is like $10. But I think I can take care of it. I think the humidity in my house is okay at this point. And I've been collecting rainwater. I'm going to have to start collecting more rainwater because I actually have a couple of plants that are going to only need rainwater. But anyway, I picked up this one. It's got a whole bunch of pink on it, which I really, really love. And then you can see the underside, or that nice magenta. So I am looking forward to finally having one of these. I've run into them a couple of times, and it's either been too expensive or too big, or there was too many other things that I wanted. But this time I was just like, I'm getting it, and I finally pulled the trigger on that. So I finally own that. And then right next to that was a more nicely priced Calathea Orbifolia. Yes. Much smaller, obviously, but I'm okay with that. I don't have a ton of space, but it is not that $80 huge Orbifolia that we saw at the Cross Creek. And this one was $12, so about the same price as the Streptocarpus Triostar. And this plant is one where the first time I saw it, I wasn't really all that thrilled with it. Like, I wasn't all that impressed. And then the more I saw it and the more I saw people with it, I was like, man, that really is pretty. I really kind of want one. And so now I actually own one, and hopefully I can keep it alive. The biggest thing for keeping these alive is that I'm here for another couple of days. I'm here until the weekend. I'm taping this on... Today's Wednesday, and we don't go home until Sunday, and I don't have any humidity stuff here. Luckily, the humidity in this state is pretty decent in general, and it's not going to be too cold, so the heat shouldn't be, like, pumping. So I'm just going to have to kind of hope that they stay in good shape until I'm able to get them home with my humidity stuff. The cat is playing with my foot. I know! You're so adorable. I'm going to have to turn the camera around and let them see you, but I don't want to accidentally show them the plants before it's time. Yes, that's my foot. Okay, so at Cross Creek, I turned down a bunch of plants at Cross Creek. Part of the reason was that the prices there are pretty expensive. I ended up only getting the African Violet and the Venus flytrap, because those were decent prices. But one of the things that I passed up on again was a Sansevieria Whitney. It was $22 at Cross Creek, and it was a really large plant, and it was only the second place we had gone to, and so I didn't want to, like, spend that much budget on the plant. And there was only one left, and it wasn't, like, that impressive looking. Well, they had a ton of them. They had a ton of them at the Stranges. So I was able to pick the one that I wanted, it was smaller, which I'm perfectly okay with, and then it was only $15. Oh, and then actually, I didn't see, because it says Whitney on there, but it also below it says Silver Flame, so those are both names of this, but there are 3 plants in here, and they are all really healthy looking. They're all growing new leaves right out of the center. I'm not sure if I can... so they're doing really well, and the plant is really nice looking. So I am looking forward to this one. I'm not worried about anything happening to it. It's just going to be a Sansevieria and chill until I get home. But I'm really, really kind of glad that I was finally able to get my Whitney, my Silver Flame, and it's a really, really pretty Sansevieria. And I've got plenty of low light corners in which it can live. And then I'm really sad about losing the film for no other reason than I turned around and saw the display on which this next plant was, and I'm pretty sure I cussed. Because I was not expecting to see it. They had a whole display of Alocasia Freidak, and they're really, really young. They don't have, like, they're really striking white yet. I think that's probably the best example. Yeah, that's the best example, but I've been wanting one, and I finally found one, and it was $20. I actually don't think I looked at the price of this before I picked it up, because I was just like, I'm getting it. There's 2 plants in here, which I'm really happy with, because that means if one like accidentally dies, the other one might still be okay, and if not, I still have 2 plants. It'll make it look more full, which is really kind of nice. And it just has a new leaf unfurling now on this guy. And I've been keeping my alocasias alive. I have not been having problems with them, so I'm pretty sure that I can keep this guy alive. I don't think the Alocasia Freidak, I don't think, is a particularly difficult one to care for either. It was just, I've been a fan of this. I've been a fan of this plant since before I knew anything. Like, this was one of the first plants ever on my wish list, and so they're not expensive, and they're not hard to take care of, but I was scared to get one. And now I'm pretty confident that I can take care of it. So, I've got that guy. Oh, okay. Then we went over the begonia section, which they had one begonia I kind of wanted. It looks like the watermelon one that I showed you guys, only it has a nice curl in the middle. I kind of wanted that one, but because I got the one that I got earlier, I obviously passed on it. You will see that, you will have seen that footage, though, because that's part of the footage that I know I still have. And then right after that, we were on our way out. I was saying my goodbyes. My mom had gone to meet me at my brother's. And then I saw on the other side of the begonias was a little tray of primulinas. And I stopped, and my husband glared at me. And I looked over all of them really, really quickly, and I saw one that I knew I didn't have. This is the Primulina Moonlight. And it was only $5, but it has the little silver on it. It's got I have fewer of these elongated leaf ones, and so I just grabbed this real quick and put it in the basket. I didn't actually get to look over their whole selection of Primulinas, which is kind of a shame because they weren't expensive. They were all right there, but I'll be going back to that Strange's. I got, as you could tell, I got the most plants from that place. Because they just had so much really awesome stuff. But anyway, I now have 2 new Primulinas, which is just super awesome, and a new African Violet, and yeah. So I am super happy with my haul. Let me know which one of these, one of the plants that I got that you are, that you would have gotten, if it's not all of them. And thank you so much for watching this video and putting up with my cat's tail. Yes, you. I'm gonna turn you guys around. So, apparently I got so distracted with my cat that I forgot to finish my outro for that. But I figured that's perfectly fine, because after I finished wrapping that up and I came home, I realized that I had gotten a whole bunch of pots, and I thought you guys might want to like see all of that. So I'm going to show you pots that I have gotten that are all down here, and then I will do the outro for this haul video. So, all right, number one, these aren't really pots, but we got a lot of takeout while I was there. I just want to remind you guys that these containers are like awesome for propagating. So like I brought home all of I got a little bag full of them, and then this little guy which I'm going to use as a tray. Just, you know, I'm sure everybody's doing a lot of carry out these days. They are awesome for propagating. You probably saw that in my propagation video, but still. Awesome. Okay. Apparently also at the Great Big Greenhouse, they have this, it's like a big bin right outside the door that apparently has free plastic pots in it. Just, if you want pots, they, you know, because they have extra, I guess, because they're a greenhouse. Anyway, so I grabbed a whole bunch of these little 4 divider ones because they were pretty much about the size of pot that I want for like my begonia propagation. They had one of these little guys, tiny little guys. But anyway, I got a little stack of those, and then I also got a couple of these, like that size, a couple of these that are that size, and then a number of these. So I'm pretty good on pots for a little while, at least of this size, which is basically kind of what I need. This is good because I've got a couple of pots. I was for a while just like, I'm just going to use terracotta for everything because it's really cheap. And I like terracotta, but I find with my water, the way that I water, a lot of plants end up getting way too dry in between when I water them. Even the succulents sometimes, I know, right, like crazy. But, so I've decided I'm gonna probably switch out a lot of those to plastic pots. And that's really gonna help with that situation because, yeah, no, my plants need to stop like ridiculously drying out. Okay, now for the really pretty ones. I went to Williamsburg Pottery, which is a store that's in Williamsburg, and I got a number of pots. So I thought that that was really pretty. They've all got little catch trays on them. I'm still trying to decide whether or not, they've got drainage holes, catch trays. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want these on here or not. I tend to not like them because they're usually not, like if I'm gonna soak the whole plant, then usually it overflows anyway. And then like the dirt gets stuck down in there because like the dirt falls through the hole and then is like caught in the catch tray. It's obviously not gonna come out. So I'm trying to decide whether or not I might just like those off, or if I'm gonna keep them on there. I guess I could also put plastic pot inside and just use this as like a pretty container or whatever. But anyway, so that's one of them. This is another one. It's kind of a similar color, but it's got this different pattern on it, which is really pretty. I got this lovely blue one. And this white-ish blue one. And these were all about 14 bucks, but like everything at Williamsburg Pottery is always half off, so each of these was like 7 bucks. Also, in case you were interested, my mother got me this for Christmas. It is beautiful painting on silk, and it is gorgeous. I know, it's not a pot. I won't keep it on there for too long. And then as I was on my way out, I actually saw the self-watering pots. And now that I have my Primulinas and my one African Violet, I figured these might be interesting to try out. So they have like just a bowl, and then you get this other bowl that's unpainted or unglazed, and then so you pour water in here, and then it just seeps through the terracotta into the soil and the plant up here. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I figured I would give it a try. I've actually bought two of them. I have that purple one, and then I have this red one that I actually, as I was unloading the car, it just kind of went clunk, and this tiny little piece fell right off. Not a super big deal. It doesn't really damage the usefulness of this pot. But I'm actually going to try an interesting technique in order to fix this, and that's going to be a video that's going to be coming up at some point. So you guys can look out for that. But anyway, so I have two of these self-watering pots. I'm probably going to put one of the African Violets in here and then choose one of the larger Primulinas and put it in the other one and just kind of see if I like them. I don't know. I feel like self-watering pots is like right up my alley though. Okay, so those are all the pots that I got while I was out, which is just kind of cool. And you guys saw the haul. None of the plants have really done all that much since getting home. They're just kind of chilling out in their new places. Luckily, the Calatheas don't seem to be doing too much crisping. I'm still not exactly sure how well I'm going to be able to take care of these, but I am willing to give it a shot. But anyway, so those are all doing well. So if you like this video, go ahead and like this video. Like I said, tried to say before, you know, let me know which of my plants that I got are your favorites. Let me know any of these pots that you thought were cool. Let me know if any of you guys use carry-out containers for your propagations. I'm actually curious to know. You know, go ahead and subscribe if you want to stick around and see how these plants end up doing in my space. I think they're going to be fine, but you know, you never know. And especially subscribe if you want to see that art project that I'm going to do. If you want to look it up, it's called Kitsugi. I'll leave that to you guys to look it up, and then when I put out the video, you'll be able to see some more. Thank you very much for spending some of your time with me today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye-bye.